You're now watching a clip from the Inspired by show. You can watch the full episode on our YouTube channel or listen on iTunes, Spotify, or wherever you get your podcasts. So make sure to head over there, leave us a 5-star rating if you enjoyed it, and follow the show. I'm curious, let's start there. Why no pain?
Okay, so the no pain starts from my mixed martial arts days, the fighting days, where when I made my pro debut, or just before I made my professional debut back in 2005, I think it was. Obviously, all fighters have fight names, and me and a friend was kind of saying, "Well, you need to have a fight name." I said, "Nah, do you know, I'm just going to leave it as my name because I've still got to achieve things." You know, he said, "No, but you've got to have it, right?" So, between a few friends of mine, they started circulating some names, and one of them was the Hurricane, which I didn't like because it was way over the top. Another one was Mr. Pain, but there was another British MMA fighter who actually had that Mr. Pain. And then we stuck with No Pain, and No Pain stuck. And even all the fight team, the guys in the gym, it was always like, "Yo, No Pain, what's going on? All good?" Yeah. And it stuck. And that's the origins of that nickname.
Wow. And obviously you've come quite far from your fighting days, but I'd love to go back there if we can, as to what got you into the fighting world, and tell us a bit about your journey into that.
I was a late starter to martial arts. I started kickboxing sort of like 25. Prior to that, I was basically lifting weights. I got bored of lifting weights, and I wasn't improving. I was only lifting the maximum I could, and then I needed something different. And at that time, I was sort of working sort of door security work, and I realised I wasn't really doing cardio as much. It was all trying to bulk up and look as big and scary as possible. And there was a few altercations we had in the venues where I used to work where I was dragging people out, but I was gassing out my ass. So I thought, I need to do something about this. So then I saw a kickboxing class, signed up to that, started kickboxing, and then I saw a flyer come through the door, it might have been, and it said David Lee Mixed Martial Arts, and I thought, let me just pop down there. So I went down there, and those guys were actually doing Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu, which is a program which is all ground fighting, and it was running sort of 5-6 days a week. I then signed up to that, and then David Lee, who was my coach, a friend, he then started MMA classes. So I then decided to join the MMA classes. I was really enjoying like the whole element of an all-round style which catered for, you know, real life street fighting. Obviously with MMA, competitive MMA, there's rules, you know, involved. And I just like the whole element of watching that. And when I cast my head back to UFC 38, which took place when the UFC first came to Britain, I think it was in 2002, I was mesmerized by guys fighting in the cage, and it was just so real, and there's something animalistic about it, and it just drew me to it. So when I saw MMA and it's associated with cage fighting, I thought, I want to give that a go. And that's where the journey took off. So 2005, started training with Ze Marcello, Brazilian top team, which then became Icon Jiu-Jitsu, and David Lee MMA in Slough, and 15 years of pain, even though the nickname's called No Pain, but there was a lot of pain involved behind the scenes. Getting punched and elbowed in the face, knee in the head. It took me places, you know, great memories. But yeah, that's the origins of where it started.